Coffee and Tea with Aeson and Natalie. I've been looking forward to this all freaking month.
Have you now?
We haven't got to freaking talk. It's been the Battle of the Roses, and I don't know what the hell this new season is. Natalie.
I think, yeah, okay, so I immediately in my head, I'm like, do I really want to say that out loud though? And it's like, yeah, I kind of do. It's kind of like this is like the season of murder mysteries, in my opinion. There's been a lot of them, and it's like in my personal life, I've had a lot of people coming to me about certain things completely unrelated to what we're going to be discussing this evening, but seemingly very related to what we're talking about this evening. So, you know, it's like that energy has been around me quite a lot, and I have a feeling that like it's not just new stuff. I feel like old stuff is going to start coming back up again. Like a lot of stuff is being dug back up again. Forgive the dark pun there, but I do feel like there's a lot of stuff being dug up from the past that's being re-looked at or looked at again from other perspectives.
All right, Brenda, grab your coffee or tea to the left and buckle up. Your seatbelts are all over on the right. It's going to be one of those shows.
It is.
But no, I swear, you know, we done the show in January, and I'm like, oh, I'll catch you after Valentine's Day. I think I've said 2 words to you over Messenger.
Yeah, like that was it. That's how it's been, and that's okay.
Yeah, you know.
That's how it's been.
Like, I've turned my Facebook Messenger off, you guys. If you guys are looking for me and wondering why I haven't replied, it's because Aeson's in client mode. Aeson's taking care of clients. Aeson is handling clients. If the world burns down, he'll be on the phone going, "How can I help you?"
Yep. And I've had clients every single day since like January 1st, I think. If I haven't had a day off for personal reasons, I have been booked every single day.
Good.
So, you know, I mean, I'm not complaining at all, but yes, it's like, hi, how are you? How you been? It's like, I haven't seen you in a hot minute because life has been going on.
I'm good. I think I've messed my circadian rhythm up again. This will be fun.
Good for you.
No, not good for me. I don't know.
Good for you.
Let's see.
It's all fun.
I sat down to work last night at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. I was getting
at 11.
Not me wide awake at 3:30 answering text messages to you.
And then from 11 to 2, I was in meetings, and then I laid down and got up at 5.
Yep.
I'm like, are we kidding myself? What have I done?
Yeah.
And this is occurring every fucking Wednesday. Like, something pushes me to work night shift on Wednesdays into Thursday. That becomes a really weird Thursday. So we will see what's going on with that.
It might just be that you're being pushed in a new direction, and like you just kind of sometimes we gotta go with the flow. Sometimes whenever I'm pushed into like weird cycles, I'm like, why am I still wide awake at 4 a.m.? I should not be. I should be exhausted. But I have a second wind, so I'm gonna go with it.
Well,
and then suddenly, mysteriously,
you turn on the call buttons, you let it rock.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, you know what? There's obviously a reason that I have this energy, and there's a reason that I'm talking to these people right here, right now. So let's wait and see what happens.
All right, and let's ride it out and see where it goes.
Yes.
But it's just weird, you know, the lives we live as psychics.
Oh yes, very, 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 very weird.
We are making a sideline into what we're talking about tonight. Well, a number of things we're talking about tonight, but we're talking about this majorly tonight because I don't know, it's pissing me off. And since I don't, and so you guys get pulled into the conversations that me and Natalie normally have on the side of what the fuck is this shit?
It's like dropping a link. Have you seen this nonsense? And it's like, yes, I have. It's just making sure. It's making sure you're caught up. In case you haven't seen this nonsense, here's a link to the BS.
Yes.
You know?
And by the way, have you seen this BS and that BS? And,
right, exactly. And it's like, I mean, it's like I've got a kid. We're homeschooling. I've got work. You know, it's like by the time I've caught up on the news, it's already happened. Like, it's no longer current. It's old news. And I'm like, oh well, okay, let me just catch up for a second and see how the world is falling apart around me without me even acknowledging it.
See, that's why I send you TikToks. It takes you 60 seconds to get the news story.
It does. It does. He's like, she won't get it now, but give her a few days, she'll catch up.
Yeah. It's like, anything else. We all operate in our own realities of time zones.
Yeah.
But in general, it just seems like the world has gotten a lot more crazy. Like, I keep thinking, I have seen it all, we have done it all, I have put up with it all, after being in this business for so many damn years, watching a psychic in Atlanta saying, I'm here now and not another fucking murder will be committed while I'm here. And the killer turns around and kills 3 instead of 2 that day.
Right.
Who was that psychic? Oh, damn, I gotta remember that. So let's kind of lay some foundation here. Every psychic I work with, including Natalie, has a very pure, very clear statement of ethics. It's required to even put up with me.
It's not basic, but it's like it's common sense ethics. It's nothing major, folks. It's just common sense.
Right. Like, you ain't doing stupid shit. You ain't scamming people, which psychic scams are on the rise. Let me remind you, a psychic worth your cents are not going to message you for a reading. You come to the client. That's like Walmart's knocking on your door and going, do you need toilet paper? Our guides told you needed toilet paper.
Yeah. Yeah, no. No. I might pick up on, like, one of my friends is going through a really hard time, and I'll message them and be like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, how did you know I was just about to call you? And I was like, because your world's falling apart and I can feel it. That's why.
I have 4:15 available. Here's the booking link.
Right, but that is not like I felt drawn to give you a reading kind of thing. It's like, hang on a second, I can feel their disturbance in the force kind of thing. But that is a completely different thing. I will never, ever message someone and be like, do you need a reading? Because that's phishing. That's not okay. That's scamming.
It's pure scam. We get them in here all the time.
Yucky.
We love throwing them out. I've even had to step up our, we now have mods that handle our live chat. Yes, I'm telling Natalie that because she didn't know. And also the other ones. But, there's a lot of ground ethics there. But there was a few things I didn't think needed to be included in the ethics. You need to have this. Apparently, we need to have ethics about you will not make public statements on investigations that are currently active within the police departments.
I mean, have I ever done that, though?
No.
Because I'm smart.
Well, not only that,
I might pass a comment to a friend of mine who's like, have you seen this? Do you think, have you seen anything? Like, do you know what happened? Trust, I get so many people, so many of my friends are like, Natalie, have you seen this? Do you know who did it? Have you heard anything? Can you pick? I mean, I get it. I understand it. I understand it's not excitement in a good way. Excitement is just a generalized term for, like, there's a lot of anxiety in the air and everyone's in an uproar. There's excitement. Okay. And everybody's wanting answers, and yeah, there's a lot of kerfuffle going on in the world, but it's like, keep your opinions to yourself, okay? Let the police do their job.
And if they call you, you work with them if you choose.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. But you do not get on TikTok and make this wild outlandish claim. And I don't know, since we're, I am True Crime Central in my brain here lately because, I've watched a 21-day murder trial. 22 days now. I don't know. I think it would be a bad idea for, someone to hop up on, I don't know, TikTok and go, I think the housekeeper killed them in line with the groundskeeper.
It was okay. So in my opinion, the way that it came across was very much like the bold statement at the end move of Clue. Like, I think Mrs. White did it in the library with the lead pipe, and you make this declaration and it is fact in that. And then you open up the envelope to see who did it.
Right.
And you find out, oh no, I might have been horribly, horribly wrong. But now I've made this public declaration on one of the most viral platforms in the world.
Made that click money, and that we're with up to 121 videos as of today. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the psychic that is being sued, that is a Texas psychic that is not affiliated with us, is being sued in Idaho and has been entered into a default.
Yep.
And the judge is not going to be happy with her because part of the evidence is her taking a cease and desist order and using it as toilet paper.
Yes. Publicly.
Yes, publicly. And then to
defamation of care. It was a defamation suit.
It's a defamation
cease and desist.
Well, you have to send cease and desist before you can file
right. Yes, exactly. I'm just out of order, just as
right.
it was like kind of coming in my head. And then there's like 3 other things on top of that. I mean, it's like taking any evidence or opinions aside, someone else's life has been affected negatively because of your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Threats made against them and their family members, like they don't feel safe in their own home, their phone system, like their sense of security is crumbling around them. They've been hit with the tower card. And now they're fighting to fight back. And in my opinion, rightly so.
Well, in my opinion, they're not fighting back enough.
No, but I like the fact that they fought back or that they are fighting back. I feel that's justified. I don't being a psychic or not. I don't care. I have seen some psychics on networks, and I'm like, I don't think so. Mm-hmm. You might be intuitive, but like you're really broaching that psychic subject. Like you're really not quite there yet.
Right. Well, and here's the thing. And, luckily she is not on any of the networks we're affiliated with, or, that would be a different conversation that I'd be having, I don't know, with like CEOs. I'm the ballsy one. I'll call them and go, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
But
whenever my phone rings and I see your name and my phone is ringing, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. That's not a text. That is a phone call. Oh no.
Yeah.
And my family, I'm like, I'm going to go excuse myself in a private area. I'll be back.
But no. You're not the only one that gets that reaction. The CEOs of the companies I work with who are stupid enough to send me emails with their home and cell phone number in the letterhead.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. The first time they're like, how did you get this number? And I'm like, it is on your letterhead. I'm like, crap. What's the issue? And blah, 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 blah. Yes. I already went through all your channels, stupid. Like, I've built your fucking company from the cellar up.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so they get that same reaction when my number flashes up. I'm actually quite sure that one of the CEO companies that I work for, he has a ringtone for me. But anyhow, so I spent a little bit of my time last night just making sure that this person is not affiliated at 3 o'clock in the morning or 9 a.m. German time, depending on what time zone you're on. Not affiliated with any site I'm working, because if so, we were going to have a serious conversation.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And no, we're not saying her name because
for a reason.
Her name has been said enough.
Yes, and then that also puts us in a position of being targeted because we are specifying a specific person.
Right.
You know what I mean? So leave it open to whatever you want to talk, whoever you think.
We
Yeah,
will say TikTok
exactly.
psychic being sued. So, and Brenda, how'd you know my theme song? But anyhow, so there. Okay, let's break this down for the people that do not already get it. First of all, psychics that work with police keep their mouths shut because we are not being hauled into court. And furthermore, the legal profession says they can use us, but they have to back us up.
Yes, they do.
Okay? You have to provide evidence. Verifiable evidence.
Yep.
Okay?
And yes, for people who are like, do the police actually use psychics? Yes, they do. They have in the past, and they will continue to do so in the future.
Yes. And all of it, well, I have a process for working with cops. One, they don't get a phone call. They don't get a Zoom meeting. They got to hop their happy ass on a plane and come to Oak Hill, West Virginia.
Right?
They've got
like, no, I'm not leaving my couch for this.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my couch unless you're flying me out there, and your sergeant is not going to pass that.
Right.
I specifically make sure that even though I am an evidentiary, that means they have to go and back my evidence up, and I am supposed to remain as an informant.
Right.
Why? Because I do not have a plaster door, and it pisses me off when I see it. Worked with SLED. Work with this. No.
Right.
No.
It's not how it works.
Yeah.
That is not how it works.
Well, not only that, but that is not how you professionally deal with that situation.
How?
No, that's not professionally how you deal with it.
How do you that's not. It's
or have you? Because you're still young in the business.
I mean, I have had I'm like, how do I word this the right way? I have had people who work in the legal field ask my professional opinion about certain things. Based on, like, can you please look at this photograph and tell me what just initially, do you see anything? Do you pick up on anything? It doesn't matter if it's yes, no, or whatever. I don't care whatever you say. Just, yeah. And I told them what I said, and they said, okay, thank you. And that was the end of the conversation. And that's all I needed to know. And that is all I ever wanted to know. Exactly. It was just more like, can you just validate the hunch that we're on at the moment? Can you just validate that for me real quick? And again, it was delivered to me in the most vague manner possible, while giving me as much information as possible that I needed. It was very much like, this is all you need to know, and just tell me what we need to know, what you feel, and we'll just leave it at that, and that was it.
Right. And that's the way it should be.
Yes.
I don't want to know the care. I don't want to know the family.
Yeah.
I don't, and I've had family, and I'm like, have your lead detective contact me. What do you mean? You won't read? No, sorry, I don't read for family.
Yeah, no.
Why? Because there's a lot of shit that goes on in an investigation. Family does not need to read. Now, let's take a break, and then we come back. We will break down how this got fucked up on so many levels.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, one reason is to irritate my social media manager, Aeson Knight. Hi, Aeson. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got vlogs, blogs, and podcasts and videos all related to trying to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Do you have a cute pet? We know you do. Each week, Tracy Van chooses from submitted photos a featured reader for her Facebook page and provides a tarot reading. Your adorable pet cat, dog, rabbit, goat, chicken, snake, or more could be her next featured reader. Visit tracyvann.com, TracyVann.com, and click Featured Reader to submit. We look forward to seeing your pet next.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal. And I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hey everybody, Natalie here from The Pendulum's Path. If you are in need of guidance, direction, spiritual connection, healing, or more, you have come to the right place. I have worked as a psychic and a medium for over 3 years, connecting people from all over the world with their loved ones, giving them insight and guidance into their current situations, their past healings, their blockages, and what they need to know in order for them to have a better future. It would be my absolute honor if you would come to my website at www.thependulumspath.com. Visit my shop. I have a whole bunch of crystals, oils, balms, mystery boxes, and more. And visit my services. I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute sessions. I also have email readings available if you're not comfortable with the one-on-one session with me, or if you just want to try me out. I encourage you to come visit me at the Pendulum's Path, and let's get you back on the right track today.
All right. So, first off, it failed when this TikToker posted their first 18 videos of them going through and doing a tarot reading on a murder case.
Yeah. And that's how they came to their conclusion about like the whole whodunit.
Mm-hmm.
And came to their public accusation.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it was a public finger pointing of, I believe that you did it, and these are the reasons why, on a public platform for millions of people to see.
Right.
Gee, I wonder why negative stuff befell you.
Right. You know, and I don't know that, but it's like, are we, so that's problem one. Backing up, and we look at, because the Wayback Machine's a lovely thing. We look at what was on her site. What was she putting out there? Because right now her site is, I don't know, would you call it a site? I call it a quickly deleted mess.
Yeah, it was very quickly taken down, and I think they took it down themselves. I don't think it was taken down for them. I think that they themselves like deleted it themselves of their own accord.
Right.
Because they I think they were instructed to take it down.
Well,
like either you take it down or we're going to take it down for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's, this person's already in one lawsuit. That's a fraud suit.
Which then opens up a whole, I mean, there is the potential that this can open up a whole can of worms for us, just in general. This
it does.
Yeah. Like this can make us like the whole fraudulent thing is going to start coming back up again.
Right.
And then, it might, I mean, it can benefit us, but both positively and negatively, I guess. Right. There's two sides to it. Both, but at the same time, it's like, you should have just kept your mouth shut.
Well, you should have just, I don't know, stuck to, the morals and ethics related to your industry.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, absolutely.
There are things that we don't do. There are things, that we do, but we don't do them the way you see it.
Right.
Example, I've changed my stance on this over the decades. Selling spell cats, I'm perfectly cool with. Selling how to do a spell with, I'm perfectly cool with. What I'm not cool with is, I don't know, charging $5,000 for it.
I don't think I could in any good conscience do that.
I'm looking for the candle that costs $5,000.
Right. You're on the hunt for like that holy grail right there. Like that $5,000 candle
that costs $5,000. I am on the hunt for someone to show me where a spell costs $5,000. Even the Emperor of China spell, which is a spell that is designed to turn lead into gold, it's poisonous and most likely will kill you in performing it. I haven't seen it. Haven't found it. It didn't even run up to $5,000. I personally don't believe my energy for prayer is priceless. It should have a price on it.
No, I don't either.
Okay. I don't put up with, I don't do a lot of, differences and different opinions when, it comes to how things are and what things do and why they do them. That's not my game. That's not how things work. And spirituality is one thing. Working magic is another.
Yep.
Providing spell kits for someone else to work magic is like going to the grocery store. And I'm perfectly cool with that. But $5,000, $10,000, $100,000, I have an issue.
I mean, I've received those messages that say, you have a dark energy around you and it's gonna, I need X and X and X amount of dollars to remove it for you. And I'm like, you want how much money for what?
Well,
I'm like, no.
Right.
Get out of here.
It's not just that. It is, one, I have a dark energy around. Yeah, that's David. Leave him the hell alone. He's tired of people looking at him.
Right? Like that dude was implanted in my body back in 2013.
Yeah, if not, he was there back in the 80s, but at the same time, it's like...
Mine was 2013.
Yeah. Like, leave him alone. Stop commenting on his tan. We haven't gotten to the beach lately. Right. I already get enough crap.
Right.
Okay. So it's interesting to, so first off, we have that issue going on. And yeah, am I thinking about selling spells? Yeah, but it's going to be buying my recipe for meatloaf. You can make my recipe for meatloaf and have delicious meatloaf. You can make your own damn recipe for meatloaf and have delicious meatloaf. It's up to you. I
Right.
guarantee you the supplies won't be $5,000.
I am more than happy to walk somebody through a how-to. You know, they're like, I'm going through this, and I'm like, okay, do you have this in your spice cabinet? They're like, yes. And I'm like, okay, do you have this? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, do you have this? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna use this, and then you can add that, and then like add a pit. Like, yeah, you can use that as a substitute. So grab some of that, and this is how we're gonna do it. You know, and then just putting it all together. And like, write it down, get your paper, write your pen, put all of that energy in there. This is how you do it. Fold it towards you or away from whatever we're doing. You know, and I'm like, light that fucker on fire.
Right.
And know that it's done. And they're like, that's it? And I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you just did magic. They're like, I did. Yes.
Hello, Donna. How are you? I'm glad we're your favorite psychics. We love having you around.
Hi, Donna.
So there's that issue, okay? And then, you know, so they're on TikTok doing lives for money, and, you know, I've not reached that ability, although I thought about doing it on Instagram or Clapper. But they have no other accreditation, no other information. Yeah. They have a book out there, and I flipped through it. Guess what? I've seen it in 20 other different books.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have to go, okay, is this person mentally ill? And I'm beginning to question if that is a possibility. I am not making a diagnosis. And yeah, I believe that everybody is a god of some form. They all have a divine spark. But last time I checked, you're always a little busy, and the Morrigan only shows up when it's time for her to have tea with me and tell me exactly how many ravens I'm not taking care of today. So there's a lack of spirituality. And then I started I started going over the complaint that was self-prepared. And I started looking at the case file, and there are so many issues. Here's one. Little known secret. I know what cease and desist are. Most psychics do. I mean, shut your mouth, take your name out of my mouth, and go away.
Yeah, just shut up. It's just shut up. That's what it is. It's a legal piece of paper that just says shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Period.
And you've bothered the person so much they're willing to spend the $350 to do
that. Yes. Like they've reached that point that they are willing to make a financial sacrifice just to shut you the fuck up.
Right.
Legally.
Number one, you have gotten a cease and desist letter. You have gone off the ranch. You need to immediately remove what is going on, go back on your ranch, and shut your beak up.
Yep. Yes.
Yes. So then you get a second one. So apparently you didn't shut your beak up.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
Yeah.
Truck back to the ranch and shut your beak up. Find something new to talk about. Believe me, there's a lot of things to talk about. I find new things to talk about every day with my audience because I'm in 7 shows a week. There's a lot of shit to talk about in this world.
like what subject do you want to broach over? Because like we can talk about anything.
Right. It's 2/23, 2023. It's manifestation energy. Talk about that since that's what your self-published, unprocessed, possibly copywritten book talks about.
Yeah.
Then you continue on yammering day after day. And I'm not talking a video here and a video there. No, hundreds of videos breaking this down. And then when your theory is proven incorrect, you double down and go for more?
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. Even my guides literally just took like a sock and shoved it in their mouth. It was like, like when my guides are like physically like, we are not going to say anything on this because we could.
We know to shut the fuck up.
Yes, like they're
Yeah.
just like, no, we're gonna stick that in there, and we're
Yeah.
gonna.
David's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know who the fuck this bitch is or what she thinks she doing, but it ain't right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get normally a letter of declarational to sue. This is how some people know they're about to be sued, is because they get a letter saying, you didn't shut up once, you didn't shut up twice, so we are suing you.
Right. Or unless you do X, Y, and Z, we will continue with this suit. The only way to get out of this suit is by doing X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Depending on what the suit is, but whatever.
Yeah. So do you call your lawyer that you should have on retainer? Do you call your malpractice insurance that you, depending on the location that you practice in, have?
Yeah.
No. What do? You hop on TikTok and brag about how wonderful it is that you are going to be able to take this to a court of law.
Look at all the negative attention I'm getting. Look at all the negative attention I'm getting.
Yes, look at all the negative attention I'm getting. Because you're doing it wrong.
Yes, absolutely. And the more attention you're bringing to that negative attention, guess what? Are you going to get more?
Yeah. Okay.
It's amazing. It's like they literally don't understand how the law of attraction works for them. They like they're using it, but they're completely there, just facing the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. But anyhow, so you keep running your mouth, and you're running your mouth, and you're running your mouth, and you run your mouth all the way through December, into January. Well, in that lovely packet of papers, and they're blue, and there's normally a lovely stack that you were handed. It says you have so many days to reply.
Yeah.
It's either 20 or 30, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
Do you reply? Have you called your lawyer? Have you, gotten with, your guys and said, oh, we fucked up, dudes. We're going to need some help other than us. And I'm not talking about a virtual assistant. To cash the check from TikTok for all the clicks they're paying me for and all the stars I'm getting from these other places.
Yeah.
No, you don't answer.
Yeah. You just think that ignorance is just going to it's just going to go away if you just don't respond. If I just shut up now, maybe if I shut up now, it'll go away. No, you had your chance. You didn't. Now you have consequences.
Yeah, but
you can't say, "Oh, well, now I'm going to shut up," and now you have to. Now you can stop. No.
No, you said something very important there. You shut up. They didn't.
Yeah.
Well, give me a moment. I will see.
It's just a 1 hour rant session, honestly, tonight.
It is, because I'm annoyed, because if we had a board of registration as they do in England, we would not be dealing with this.
Mm-hmm.
They have been yapping their mouse up until yesterday on one of their channels. Yo, Shannon, coffee's to the left, tea's to the right, grab a seat.
Right. Although my tea is empty now. Wait, there's a dribble left. Hold on.
We have got to get you a teapot that is dipropane, so that you can get proper British tea. I know that you suffer with not getting proper British tea.
I have Tetley tea. I use Tetley tea. But you don't need to enable me to live out in the shed. We need to get you a kettle, because that is a very slippery slope, Aeson, because the next thing is now we're getting you a toaster. And then I have moved out here and I have a mini fridge and my husband will never see me again.
Well, you know what I want, right? What I would love to see is for the shed to be replaced with one of the wooden loft sheds.
Same. But
You
my
know,
house
it
was
is fully
destroyed 5
equipped.
years ago and it's still in disrepair. So until that gets sorted out, I ain't getting my log cabin.
Well, that is fully equipped to operate and handle the needs that you need to have, like, a loft bedroom to sleep when you need to have a spiritual nap, a
Listen,
teapot,
if
the
there is
Holly's
somebody out there,
refrigerator microwave.
if there is somebody out there that wants to fund that, you can drop me a DM. I will respond. just say the words log cabin, okay? If at any point in the future somebody is watching this and they decide, you know what, I'm going to give her that log cabin of her dreams, you can slide on into my DMs. I will absolutely entertain that conversation.
Yeah. And we will make sure that it's written in paperwork and, it's actually yours. But anyhow. Okay. So.
Ace is so they're like, now he's got himself into a headache. Now
I'm like, where was it? Oh yeah, this is why the U.S. needs to go over to Britain, pick up the Mediumship Act, and walk your happy ass over, and throw it through Congress like, I don't know, Bernie Madoff's paycheck.
I have plenty of friends over in the UK. It's not like I wouldn't be without a place to crash for a while.
No, I'm saying the laws there that regulate, that give you, that they have legal ramifications from the Justice Department on this bullshit.
Well, not much we can do from over here. Yes, a psychic sugar baby. I was like, did I read that correctly? Yes, yeah. I did. I was like, pause. What?
Yes. There's a better name for that. I gotta remember what it is. A patron.
Yes, that is. It's a patron.
Anyway. And yeah, we could definitely, and let's envision Natalie and her lovely, and hell, for this point, let's envision both of us in our lovely office sheds that have all our needs met within that space. And we don't have to deal with humans when we are in the alpha plane.
Right. Be like, listen, I'm in my human form home. I have created my sim house, and this is where I leave one environment and go into another environment. This is where I'm doing this work.
Yes,
it is. It's like as soon as I walk out of like this little space, it's like a complete. It is weird. It is like the door's closed, so like the outside environment doesn't exist. I can hear it, but it's not there. As soon as I open the door and I'm like, wow, this is a whole other reality, and there's like other avatars that I have to interact with.
See, this is why you should join me in Second Life. I'll take you to some nice parties. But so what do we do? What do we do? How do we handle this crap? Well, what we do is we form networks, and that's what Aeson's been doing. But what's your thoughts, Natalie? I've been running my beak for a good half a cup.
For a good half a cup? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
For a good half a cup. That's funny. Oh, that was funny. Oh, hang on. Sorry, my mother is messaging me. Is it my mother? No, it's not my mother. Someone was. Sorry. We're going to turn that off. Sorry.
You're fine.
New moons are supposed to start like new cycles.
Uh-huh.
And it feels like that this cycle was like it was like the deep heat cycle on a triple loader dryer, and somebody put cleats in it.
Agreed.
It's just, you know, that sound when there's shoes in the dryer, right? And it's like, that's the cycle that we're going around right now. It's very chaotic, and there's a lot of banging around, and it's very noisy.
Mm-hmm.
Very noisy cycle. And yes, new moon in Pisces, there's a lot of emotional stuff happening. And yeah, I can see that happening with this whole like legal thing that's happening. Yeah, that's definitely emotionally triggering for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a lot of negative emotions going on both sides. There's not a lot of positivity going on over there. Okay, but just in general, that's it's chaos.
Yeah. Well, we have to go back for when the cycle began with this person. And that's 3 days after the murder. 3 fucking days after the murder.
That's when they decided to start pulling cards on the situation and actually looking into like who done it.
Yeah.
So they're not even giving the energies of those lives that were taken to fully acclimate on the other side, families to come to terms with what's happening before they are just blasting this like so publicly that that's mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, for clickbait.
That's mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm.
That's in poor taste. That's vinegar in the mouth. And I'm sorry for the motorcycles in the background if you can hear
For
those.
what? They sound lovely.
Don't they though? That's in very poor taste.
That's in poor taste. That's just bullshit in so many levels of bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Shosho.
And we, so, I think we should also talk to clients when you're looking for a psychic.
Yeah.
Look for things. Look at their social media presence. Believe me, you should be able to pop their name into Google and find out a lot of information.
Yeah.
You
type in the pendulum's path. There's a few things that pop up, but they're not negative or anything. But you'll see all of my socials, all of my reviews. Like you'll see me, like I have Google reviews, so it's like if you want to know what people think about me,
yeah.
Click on the Google reviews. See what people
I have Google, I have Facebook, I have Teen, Zodiac, Fortunica, Bitwine. I don't know.
I'm on Purple Ocean. So I've got reviews on there.
Yeah, Purple Ocean. Yeah.
I think I have 101. I think I have 103 reviews now on there.
Yeah, but you see an evidence of creation of a career. 1, 2. You're gonna see fine print, and that fine print should be right up front. You got to be 18 or 16, depending on which country you're in.
Mm-hmm.
If you were in Germany, 16. If you were in Poland, 16.
Yeah. I tell people, if anybody ever asks me anything that is health related or legal related, I'm like, I can't. Like, nope.
Nope. But this is where you find it. And yeah, if you would put the energy into that you put into a stock Xing your Googling psychic to do your psychic, you'd get a better service. The other thing there is going with sites that verify the psychics. Best American Psychic, Bob Orman. Very good man. Would love to see him as the president of the board of the American Association of Psychics and Mediums. Why? Because he isn't one.
Right. He's the unbiased opinion. He's the one who was a skeptic and then was turned not skeptic, and now he's like, I want to share this with everybody.
Well, not only that, but he's like, I want to share this with everybody, but oh no, we got to clean this up. We got to make sure you got your shit together.
That they're vetted. Like these are vetted readers that are on here. They are vetted.
When you talk for 15 minutes, Are you able to create conversation and retention and whatever? It's like, so you ever had any arrests, any felonies? Have you ever committed any fraud? What's your bank transactions look like? Are you laundering money? Have you ever been arrested for a DUI? I mean, he goes, because he's a PI.
Right.
He pulls up more information on psychics than the FBI does.
He'll find stuff about you that you didn't know about you.
Yeah. I'm not joking. I think he actually found one of the psychics' mothers that she didn't even know was still alive.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, because he really
I drew somebody today that my client said that they had never met this person in their family, but they have a photograph, like one photograph. And as I'm like discussing this person, I'm like drawing them and I'm like discussing certain features, and I held up a picture and they're like, yeah, that's what he looks like. And I was like, no way. And they're like, yeah, that's I mean, it's a cartoon version because I'm terrible at drawing like realistic images, but they're like, yeah, no, those are the key features on their face. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's amazing. So, yeah. I'm sitting there thinking about a PI who's a psychic and doesn't even realize. Like their caseload gets solved ridiculously quick and no one seems to understand why. And then low-key there's somebody else in the office who's like, maybe they're the ones doing it and that's why they're solving the cases so quick.
That would be interesting as a book, and I think
Wouldn't it? Like, that would be a fun like kind of series. I mean, there was the TV show Psych, but like yeah.
I don't know. There's too much, I don't know, early 2000s bullshit in it for me to watch. And I'm a fan of, like, those shows, but that one was not one of them. But, I like Monk better.
Yeah, Monk was cool. I mean, I do like, I'm a big, like, mystery person. I like
Is it Numbers? Is that what the show was called?
Numbers was another great one. Oh, I loved Numbers.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, Numbers was a good one. I also like the show like Lie to Me too, like the psychological like reading people's faces too. Like I love that. Like that was fascinating to me.
Right.
Gosh, that was so long ago that show came out. Like that was so long ago.
Right. And then the next thing to do, and I say this is after you've done your Google search, find their cheapest thing. Example, my gallery readings. You want to know what a reading is like with me? Join me on my gallery readings. Natalie normally has a monthly $5. I'm going to start calling it her $5 special.
Yeah. Yeah. I even tell people like watch one of my past live shows. I'm like, you want to know what it's like having a reading from me? Watch one of my past live shows. Perfect example of what it's like.
Right.
It's yeah. Or I was like, I have like 5 or 6 clients who were like, if anybody ever needs like an actual like to talk to somebody who's had a reading, just send them my way. Here's my email. Just have them, I'll be more than happy to talk to them.
Right. But look at the reputation, because the reputation is everything.
Yes, it is.
Look at their social media posts. What are they about? Are they having meltdowns? Like, this woman has psychosis. I know I'm not making a medical diagnosis, but I do believe that, well, yes, I could take 30 days of vacation in a nice, warm, comfortable environment with enjoyable substances. She needs it.
Right. Yeah, like that might be necessary.
Yeah. I mean, because even looking at her response to the case, it's like, what?
Yeah.
And then she just posted something about going to Bali. You can go to Bali, but as we have seen with Deaf versus Heard,
yeah,
it doesn't matter where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll still find you. It'll still follow you. It doesn't matter where you are. It'll still be there.
Yeah.
I tell people, I'm like, you can sweep stuff behind the refrigerator all you want.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you're gonna have to clean it out.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have to face all this stuff that you shoved away in a corner and forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make it disappear. It was just there. You just out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Doesn't make it go away. You still have
Right.
to deal with it. There are still consequences, and those consequences will still be there until you face them one way or another.
Exactly. And you know, people may think this is ruthless of me. I hope she gets hit with $7.2 million lawsuit. I know right now it's like at 7,500,000 or $1 million.
Something like that, yeah. I think it was broaching on like the 7-figure mark. Like I think,
and then I would love for the FBI to step in here and look at the amount of money that she has made off these platforms, because you know she is.
They can seize that. Like they can be like, that's ours.
Well, not only that, claw it back and prosecute her for fraud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, because you know better than me, because you know you actually get paid for it. What is 92.1 thousand video views worth?
Oh my God. Well, I think it also depends on how many people like stitched it or like used that video on their platform as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's live linked to it, like it's not just like a recording of the video, like it's actually stitched or something along those lines, then that counts towards the views as well. So there's like sub hits as well that's linked into that as well. And it's like, I mean, it's pennies on views, but it's like as it goes viral and as it hits certain like I think it's like as it hits certain views, like the dollar amount goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're bringing in more, you're generating more energy, you're generating more publicity, not just for yourself.
All right, so let's say they get a penny per view.
I don't even remember what it is per view.
Well, let's just say, okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
Let me see if I have it here. Let me go into my thing here. I think it was like something like 5 cents or something like that I got. Hang on. My breakdown. It's like 3 cents.
Okay.
It's like 3 cents.
That one video.
I think it's 3 cents, and then I think if you hit like a certain number of views, I think it bumps up to like 5 cents or something like that per view. But it's like, you know, each person's watching the video like 5, 6, 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
That's $1. You know, it's reaching up to like $1 per person, and then there's like 1 million people who are doing that.
Well, you
$1
know,
million right there.
Just the one video of, you know, them doing, and then, you know, let's times that by 18. That is $69,000 for one reading.
Yeah. Where she pulled cards.
Uh-huh.
Without a specific person present or focusing on a specific person. It was just the subject matter as a whole.
Uh-huh. And did not even know her card meanings. That's the other point that just wanted to blow me up. Girl, learn your fucking cards.
Yeah. I know okay.
Go for it.
No, they're telling they're like, you can't say that because then that's pinpointing things in people. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can't say that, can I? They're like, no. Okay. So I can't say what I was gonna say because then it in a roundabout way it's pointing a finger, and I don't want to do that in a roundabout way.
Okay. I'll do it this way.
Okay.
You should not be a professional if you cannot read your tools.
Yeah.
Now, granted, in email readings and messages on Fortunica, I include the definition so you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
I include keywords and stuff like that. And I'm like, yes, there are keywords in this card. Does every single keyword apply to you in your situation? No, it does not.
Right.
No, it does not. But these are the keywords for the energy in this card. Just as a general statement, this is what it can mean. However, when you add this, this, and this, and this together, guess what they're talking about?
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like you can clearly see that this is what they're talking about. Or at least that's kind of how I like to try to word it in my readings, you know. And I'm like, do you see the pattern? And usually my clients are like, oh yeah, no, I can see exactly why they're saying that. So
yeah. And it's just like, oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we finished our coffee and our tea.
Yes, we have.
We want to remind you to do the YouTube-y, Facebooky things. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Miss Natalie will be with me in March.
Yes, I will.
Yes. And you've done an episode on the other station over on Modern Spiritual. Feel free to go check that out when we get into the real details of Miss Natalie.
Oh goody. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be all over the place in March, so you'll be seeing my face popping up quite a lot more, especially as the weather is getting warmer. So
yay! All right, so with that, guys, we wish you a really great evening. What are you doing this weekend?
De-stressing, laundry, clients, food.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, this weekend for me is two things. It's Psychic Saturday, which is where you can get a 15-minute reading for $20. Or I have my gallery reading open. That is an hour time. It is a group reading. Everybody pays $10. Everyone gets a reading. Both of those up. If you're part of the baristas, which let's go ahead and take care of those. These are the people that actually support and make this stuff happen. Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda Bryant, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Dottie the Psyche, Tracy Vaughn, Kathleen Bell, and Devon. If you'd like to learn more about the network's Patreon, you can visit pcspnetwork.com. Tomorrow night, we have a special announcement. Our patrons already know what's up. But you have a patron also.
I do.
Yeah.
I do have a patron. So if my patron is, there's multiple levels, but you get monthly readings at the beginning of every month, and it's kind of like a monthly look ahead depending on the level or tier that you choose. It gives you a certain number of cards. And it will give you a look ahead into what it is that you need to know for the coming month. If there's a certain subject that you want a focus on, absolutely, we can focus on that. But you get charged monthly, and it's a guaranteed reading every single month. You also get discounts towards future readings as well, discounts towards items in my shop as well. There are bonus readings that are included in my Patreon as well that are just patron exclusives as well. So they get in on all of the goodies as well, and giveaways and all of that fun stuff. So I think I'm up to like 5 patrons now, which is really exciting. So I've got Bambi Joe, I've got Kelly, I've got Brenda Bone, I've got one that does not want to be named, because they're like, can we keep that private? And I was like, absolutely, we can go ahead and do that. But I love my patrons. They have been such a wonderful support to me over the past few years, and now they are just continuing to solidify their support even further, by becoming a monthly donor, and that keeps me caffeinated and warm during the winter time, and hydrated and cool in the summertime. So and I appreciate all of the support that all of my supporters give, even if it's not financial, just all the shares, the likes, the follows, and the referrals that I get. It means the world to me. So I appreciate everybody that supports me, not just the ones that are financially helping me in my business. Everybody that supports me in any way, I appreciate them.
And, paid readings are lovely. We enjoy them, but liking, sharing, following, doing the comments below.
It boosts us up. It lets other people see us.
Yeah. So what question do you want to ask our replay crew?
What do I want to what? Sorry?
Ask our replay crew.
Ooh.
What do you want them to comment down below?
Any question?
Any question? Not a psychic question.
Not a psychic question. Okay. If you could go back to any time in history and watch it play out without being able to interfere, which point in time would you want to witness? And why? And why? Not just what time, why. I want to know why.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You have a great evening. We will see you later. Bye, all.